back. Now, another call from a U.S. congressman calling for immediate and unconditional release of IPOP leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu over the deteriorating health issue. Jefferson, his name is called Johnson, is a member of the state of Texas and House of Representatives in the United States of America. This is not the first time this man has been advocating for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He has been calling for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu since last year. In fact, since the time Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, he has condemned it. He has attacked the Nigerian government, Buhari, for not obeying court order to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So he has come once again, send a message, a letter to President Buhari to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu before leaving office. Let's go and read the news that is coming from United States. Mr. Jefferson Johnson, member of the state of Texas, House of Representatives in the United States of America, has made a passionate appeal for urgent and unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Kanu is being detained at the custody of Nigeria's Department of State Services, DSS, Abuja, after he was forcefully brought to Nigeria from Kenya, Nairobi, by a combined intelligence team of Nigeria and Kenya, despite court verdict and UN working group opinion acquitting and directing Kanu's release. Nigeria government has remained adamant he is accused of running a proscribed group, jumping bail, and treason, all that. But do you know, this thing, they are all lies. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu never jumped bail. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist group. IPOP is not a terrorist group. But Nigeria government keep coming with lies in order to, hold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in their custody. Courts have acquitted all these things, discharge him. And still yet, the zoo government are still claiming that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not innocent, that he must be in their custody until they decide what to do to him. Let's continue reading. To this end, the U.S. Congress man, in a statement made available to our report in Oyo on Wednesday by Barrister Aloy Ejimako, Kanu's special counsel, sought the support of his fellow lawmakers in releasing Kanu both on health grounds and his inalienable right to self-determination. Quoting the lawmaker, for months now, it's public knowledge that Kanu's health condition has deteriorated and continue to do so on a daily basis. He suffers from serious heart condition and other ailments for which he is not getting medical attention. There is growing concern, fear that the present government of Nigeria is intent to cause his disappearance prior to 2029-23, when it plans to hand him over to incoming administration. He therefore demanded his colleagues to use their good office to urgently intervene in the government of Nigeria to immediately, unconditionally release Nnamdi Kanu from his solitary confinement and end this extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. He further stated, the right of self-determination is a natural right and is enshrined in our foundational document, the Declaration of Independence and Constitution. It has been and is our policy and practice to support this right, as we are now doing in Ukraine, What is good for the Ukrainians is also good for Kanu and the Igbo race. Mr. Johnson recalled how Kanu traveled to Nairobi, Kenya from UK on May 12, 2021 with a British passport and was legally admitted into Kenya, and how consequently he was abducted in Nairobi by the agent of Nigeria, adding that he disappeared in Nairobi and was tortured for 8 days. Quoting him, on June 27, 2021, he was extradited by the government of Nigeria to Nigeria. This fact has been admitted by the Nigerian government via its Minister of Justice, Mr. Abubakar Malami. It was also confirmed by then Kenya High Commissioner to Nigeria, who shortly thereafter died under mysterious circumstances. That Kenya was extraordinary rendition has been judicially affirmed by the Nigerian courts and the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention. As a result of this persistence and consistent effort to Kanu's family, the UK Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO, and its Foreign Affairs Committee, FAC, have engaged in insufficient effort to secure his release from Nigerian government. Extraordinary renditions. He expressed sadness that despite UK working groups and Nigerian court discharging and acquitting Kanu of all the charges and ordering and directing his unconditional release, the government of Nigeria continues to disobey its own court order and to ignore the laws prohibiting extraordinary rendition. He therefore appealed for the support of fellow congressmen and accomplish the urgent, unconditional, and immediate release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Like we said, this is not the first time this man has called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this is what we are saying long time ago, that the Zoo government don't care about all these things, and we'll keep repeating this. If Nigeria is a country that, fear laws and obey laws, by now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been a free man. All this talk, all this time we've been saying this thing, calling for the release, and the UN and everybody calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Nigerian government, led by this man, Buhari, still refuse to listen to anyone or any calls for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they don't care. They don't care. Like our lawyer said here, there is growing concern, fear that the present government of Nigeria intends to cause his disappearance before the May 29 or after the May 29 inauguration, and plans to hand him over to our incoming administration so they will continue where the old one stopped. So you will say they've planned, they've programmed everything regarding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. So whatever anybody says, whatever any group says, whatever any calls coming out from anywhere, the Nigerian government will not listen to anybody. And they have made up their mind to continue holding Nnamdi Kanu until them themselves decide what to do to our leader. So, thank you. We've come to the end of this. Thank you for listening. God bless you all. Bye.